King is level 25, Queen is level 25, and we have something in the laboratory upgrading. What should we do now? You know what? I think we have waited long enough. Let's check that town hall. With 2 days and 19 hours, I don't really want to wait anymore. Let's go ahead and use a book of building, and here we go. Town Hall 10. Welcome to Town Hall 10, my friends. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome to episode 1 of the Town Hall 10 free-to-play series. This is that series where we took a brand new Town Hall 7 over the course of 6 months, and we have gotten to Town Hall 10. Without the use of gems and without the use of gold passes, we have done quite well throughout this series. Now, I play a little bit different than you do. We are doing it as a show. It's a daily series, so to speak. So I play a whole lot more, but you should be able to pick up some secrets and tips and tricks throughout the gameplay and be able to apply it on your bases. And if you play more often and frequent, you should be able to catch up with me, if not pass me, more than likely. I know a lot of you guys out there have already passed me. So anyways, this is going to be our starter guide into Town Hall 10, what I'm going to do first and why I'm going to do it. So with Town Hall 10, there's not a lot of changes between Town Hall 9 starting and Town Hall 10 starting, meaning that we gain new troop levels. We get the miners, and we get the bowlers, and we get the bats, but then we also got some new defenses that we need to build as well in the Inferno Towers. But one of the things that we did learn as a Town Hall 9 is that defenses go way faster than heroes and way faster than troop upgrades. So more than likely, we're going to start on our offense first, but I wanted to show you what we gain. We get a cannon, archer tower, some walls, 25 more pieces of walls. Woo! So excited about that. Not. And then we also got bomb tower, expo, and 2 inferno towers. You also get an additional dark elixir drill, and you get some more traps. But we're not going to really worry about this just yet. We're going to start building it, but we're going to use one builder for that in particular. Let's go ahead and get into our starter guide and what I'm going to upgrade first. Alright, so this portion of the video is just a suggestion and how I'm going to play. Now, it depends on your particular situation, on whether you're a clan leader and you're trying to support a clan, so you might go after bowlers first. It's up to you, but we're going to start out by upgrading our laboratory, because what happens is at Town Hall 9, you work on Dark Elixir troops for like ever, right? And then you go to Town Hall 10, and really what you want to do is be able to have a stronger army to steal more loot and dominate other players. That's really the intent. Like, you want to take on the next level. So we need to be able to upgrade our troops to the next highest level and be able to dominate Town Hall 9s and also take on lower Town Hall 10s. In your mind, you need to stay in the mindset you are still a Town Hall 9 until you start getting your camp space up and getting those new barracks unlocked. You are not a Town Hall 10 yet. Just because we got this guy right here does not mean anything has changed from Town Hall 9 into Town Hall 10. So we're going to start out with upgrading our laboratory first, and just because there's something in the laboratory like we talked about in the previous video at the end of Town Hall 9, this item does not pause. It continues to upgrade while it's in there and the laboratory is under upgrade. So 3 million down, we're going to go 3 million elixir to upgrade our laboratory over the course of 3 days, and that's going to be a lengthy 3 days, but not that big of a deal that we don't really have to worry about it too much because there's something actually in there upgrading. So my next item of upgrade in the upgrade order, so to speak, is going to be the clan castle. And so what you need to realize is that by upgrading the clan castle, yes, it costs us 6 million gold to do this, but you also gain additional space. You can carry the siege machines now. You can also carry 5 additional housing space, meaning instead of carrying just bowlers, now you can bring a giant and bowlers, and it's just a hypothetical example. And then that's really the only change there. So this is an incredibly important building that you need to upgrade, especially if you are in a clan trying to do clan war and you are able to get those siege machines. It does help out quite a bit, especially that new siege barracks. So we're going to go ahead and put that down for 6 million gold, and that's going to take us over to these items right here. So here's the thing about your barracks. When it comes to barracks, you need to hold off just a little bit, and you can only really do 1 at a time, because if you put all 4 down, you will not be able to train an army. So that really puts you out of the game for like a couple of days, and that's not really the best approach to doing barracks. So we're going to start out by dropping a army camp. So if you upgrade all of your army camps, all 4 of them, you go from 220 housing space up to 240 housing space. This helps you out dramatically and increases the size of your army. It's incredibly important. And so we're going to go ahead and start by doing 1 at 5 million gold, or 5 million elixir. And so now we have 1 down, but now we're out of elixir. Now, hopefully, if you do clan games and you do these special events, you do save your magic items and you just don't blow them on random things. I did manage to keep an elixir, a rune of elixir. So we do have a rune of elixir in here, and we're going to use that and apply it to our base. We got 16,000 elixir. It's really pointless to wait till you're at 0. We're going to go ahead and drop it and fill up our storage at 8.5 mil, and that's going to take us over into our army camp. So the reason why I'm targeting the barracks first, the barracks, not the army camp, but the barracks first, is because we want to unlock our miners. This is based on prior experience for myself. I do have another Town Hall 10, and I know that using the miner farming army will help us steal dark elixir way faster than we ever did as a Town Hall 9. That's one of the things about Town Hall 9 is it's mostly a dark elixir grind, and you really get burnt out very fast. So miners are really good at stealing a little bit of everything, and so they are really dominant for dark elixir, but they steal a lot of gold as well. This will help us out dramatically in upgrading our walls to the next highest level. So we're going to start by dropping our first set of barracks at 3,250,000, and that's going to be 1. We're only going to do 1. Now here's the thing about the spell factory. You want to do the spell factory, but here's the problem with that. When you put the spell factory down for upgrade after everything else, you will not be able to generate spells. So you have to use like a Barch army, or you have to use like an all Valkyrie army or an all miner army against really weak bases until you're able to use spells again. So we're going to hold off on that a little bit, but it is very close in our upgrade order, and it's going to probably fall behind either our army camps or our barracks. All right, so you might have noticed that we still have a builder available, and that is going to be used for a few things. We're going to start building those new defenses. Now, again, I want to re-emphasize what we talked about at Town Hall 9 and things that we learned over time. It takes literally no time to max out defenses. A lot of players start targeting these defenses to beef up their bases really early, and then they quickly realize that they have 5 builders or 3 builders or 4 builders just sitting there doing nothing while you're upgrading heroes. So we don't want to go into it with that approach again. We want to go into it with the mindset that we are going to target our heroes very early in the game. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys. If you followed us back during the Town Hall 9 free-to-play series, we're going to probably be targeting dark elixir a lot still here in the early stages, and we're going to build these new defenses, including the Inferno Towers, because the old 9.5 system, it doesn't really work anymore. It's not really as beneficial as it used to be, where a lot of players held on to their Inferno Towers and then worked on the heroes, and then they waited until the end. It doesn't really help anything. It doesn't help the matchmaking system, and if you're in bigger clans, you're just going to get absolutely crushed. Now, if you're in smaller clans, it could actually hurt you, because you could face off against other clans with Inferno Towers. You can't take them down with a 3-star, but they look at you as a Town Hall 9 and they can easily 3-star you. So it could really hurt you a lot. And to finish us off for this video, I believe that our next question that we need to answer is, what should I farm with? Because realistically, once you get into Town Hall 10 for the first time, you need to focus on farming resources. It's not going to get into clan war immediately. You're not going to go jump into trophy pushing immediately. You're going to try to farm up your resources and try to start upgrading stuff. So what should you use? Well, realistically, it's up to you. It's a matter of personal preference. We got a really nice dead base here. I'm going to stick with the P.E.K.K.A. farming army. I'm going to bounce around a little bit and work with different things. Once we get that laboratory down, like I said before, we're going to more than likely be switching to a Barch. That way we can steal gold and elixir. And we're going to be targeting both gold elixir and dark elixir, because I need to get heroes down for upgrade. We have exactly 15 levels to go that we need to upgrade our troops. And some people were asking in the previous episode why we upgraded to Town Hall 10 before maxing out our heroes at level 30. Well, realistically, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is more of a show, and so I have to keep the party going. I can't just expect you guys to enjoy watching Town Hall 9 over and over and over and over again, because it's literally the same thing. Once you get to that point where you're upgrading heroes and items in your laboratory, it's all a dark elixir grind, and it gets incredibly boring. So a lot of players rush on to Town Hall 10, and they go up to like, Town Hall 10 with like level 20 heroes and sometimes level 15 heroes. And so realistically, you need to try to get the miners as early as possible. That way you can start focusing on the dark elixir. Now, we pulled a lot of loot off this base so far, or at least I hope we have. The P.E.K.K.A.s, they're a really good tanky unit. This is mostly used for dark elixir, and we're just kind of dropping wizards here and there to try to pick off some of the resources while the P.E.K.K.A.s keep our defenses active and entertained. So looks like we got some gold there. We grabbed some elixir, and we might bounce back and forth, like I said before, between Barge and Valkyries, maybe P.E.K.K.A farming army, who really knows. But that's a really nice pull right there. So I'm going to go back, and I think we need to take a look at what we got left to do. So we are working on other things as well. We got the clan games going on at the same time as well. So we got some nice rewards, and if you are not doing clan games and collecting these nice rewards at the end of the season, it could be a bit more beneficial for you guys. So you definitely need to try to target this and at least max out. That way you do get the extra reward. If you don't know about this, I mean, it's kind of important. If you complete this, get maxed out clan games, then you can get an additional reward on top of what you get out of these. So I think that is pretty much it for today. I think I got another army. Let's go ahead and do one more raid without heroes. So you don't necessarily need heroes to farm, guys. You do know that, right? The heroes I plan to have upgrading very, very soon. At least I hope to get the queen down, because we got to go all the way up to level 40. Oh my god, level 40. It'll go faster once we get the miners, though. I promise you that. It's going to be incredible once we get them unlocked, get them in the laboratory, get them up to level 3. It takes a couple of weeks to get that done, but that's going to be my main focus and goal. My goodness, look at this base right here. Woo! Town Hall 6 walls, Town Hall 7 walls. My, that is an interesting looking base, but you know, it is what it is. Some of us have a hard time waiting. We want to make sure that we can get to the end of the road before we actually have gotten there. So far not so good on the loot. We might have to find a new location to farm. I'm in Crystal right now, Crystal 1, I think, but this might not be the best place to be. We'll see how it plays out in the upcoming weeks. I'm trying to find a decent base though before I click the video off. Here we go. So we got a decent one with multi-target Inferno Towers. We do not have our heroes this time around. So let's see if we could target the dark and at least get something out of this. There's 6,000 dark elixir. We got a drill right there. We got a drill right there. We got the storage in the center. And where's the other drill? Town Hall 10 has a third drill. So let's see where it's at. I don't see it. Oh, there it is, down there at the bottom of the base. So, let's see how we're going to take this on. Let's go ahead and drop a P.E.K.K.A up here and drop some wizards back behind him or her. That's actually a her. The P.E.K.K.A is a her. And let's go ahead and drop a P.E.K.K.A right, maybe right there. Yeah, let's do it. Seems legit. And let's drop a P.E.K.K.A over here, here, and here. Let's target that first Inferno Tower. So Inferno Towers, we're going to be talking about Inferno Towers in the upcoming days because they are an incredibly intimidating defense, but they're not so bad that it's going to ruin your life or anything. I promise you that. It's not that bad. It could be worse. It could be worse. Single targets, they're kind of bad. Eagle artilleries are horrible, but we don't have to worry about those unless we're a Town Hall 11. So we're going to go ahead and get these P.E.K.K.As maybe to go where we want them to go. This is the thing about the Inferno Towers that you might not know. Them in this compartment like this, the troops tend to avoid this like the plague, and I don't understand why, other than the size of the defense and how they maneuver around. So we were unable to get in on the dark elixir here. I should have came in through the bottom side of the base, but it is what it is. We're going to walk away with a little bit of loot, not a ton, but we're going to work on these skills over the next couple of days, and I think that's going to be it for today, guys. So if you're able to get something out of this video, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you need any additional video support, maybe you need to go back to Town Hall 9 and check out some of the stuff that we did in there. Click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.